The story opens on the mining planet Kepler-7, where human slaves work under the brutal rule of the Vorthan Empire. Tom, a middle-aged human overseer, discovers ancient ruins buried deep in the mine shafts. The walls are covered in strange symbols that seem familiar, yet impossible to read out when Tom touches one of the glowing panels. Holographic images flood the chamber. Massive ships bearing human insignia, planets bowing before human admirals, and star maps showing Earth at the center of a vast galactic network. The other human workers gather around in disbelief. The scene shifts to the Vorthan Command Center, where Commander Vex receives troubling reports. Humans across 17 worlds have begun acting strangely, some speaking in ancient tongues, others drawing star charts they shouldn't know. The Vorthan Emperor grows concerned about these human anomalies. Meanwhile, on Earth, now a restricted world used only for primitive labor, an old librarian named Jack finds pre-war archives hidden in underground bunkers. The files speak of humanity's Great Retreat and mention something called the Awakening Protocol. As Tom's group explores deeper into the ruins, they find a massive chamber with a central pillar covered in human writing. When activated, it sends a pulse across the galaxy, a signal that begins awakening dormant human genetic memories. The part ends with Tom realizing the horrible truth. Humans weren't conquered by aliens. They chose to forget their own empire. The galactic pulse has activated ancient implants in human DNA across the galaxy. Humans everywhere begin experiencing vivid dreams and flashbacks of their species' glorious past. They remember commanding vast fleets, terraforming worlds, and being feared across the stars. Dr. Lisa, a human scientist enslaved on the research world Beta 9, suddenly recalls complex stellar engineering formulas. She begins secretly rebuilding human technology using alien materials. Her work catches the attention of other awakening humans who form an underground network. On the prison planet Grimrock, human convicts led by a man named Rex start displaying impossible combat skills and tactical knowledge. They easily overpower their alien guards using techniques that shouldn't exist. Rex remembers commanding legions of human warriors who conquered entire star systems. The Vorthan Empire calls an emergency council. Their historians reveal shocking records. Humans once ruled over 10,000 worlds. The aliens had been human subjects, not conquerors. Something catastrophic happened 500 years ago that made humans voluntarily surrender their power and submit to memory wipes. Back on Earth, Jack discovers the truth in the deepest archives. Humanity had grown too powerful, too aggressive. They had become the very thing they once fought against, galactic tyrants. Facing a coalition of every other species in the galaxy, human leaders made the ultimate sacrifice. They chose exile and amnesia rather than destruction. The Great Retreat was humanity's attempt to start over, to become better. But the protocol was designed with a failsafe. If humans ever faced extinction, their memories would return. The part ends with the realization that the current oppression has triggered this ancient safety mechanism. Across the galaxy, awakened humans begin organizing with military precision that terrifies their alien overlords. They construct weapons from scraps, decode ancient battle strategies, and establish communication networks the aliens cannot intercept. Captain Mike, formerly a janitor on the trade station Nexus Prime, now remembers his role as a fleet admiral. He rallies the human workers and takes control of the station within hours, using tactics the aliens had never seen. The station becomes the first liberated human stronghold in centuries. The alien races hold crisis meetings. The Vorthan Emperor reveals classified files about humanity's past conquests. Humans had developed technology that could reshape planets, weapons that could destroy stars, and ships that could travel instantly across the galaxy. They ruled through overwhelming technological superiority and strategic brilliance. Dr. Lisa's underground network has grown into a full research division. They reverse engineer alien technology at an impossible pace, improving it beyond its original design. The aliens realize that humans aren't just remembering. They're innovating again, becoming more dangerous than they ever were. On Earth, the awakening humans discover massive underground facilities, sleeping shipyards, weapon forges, and training centers. Everything needed to rebuild their empire was hidden, waiting for this moment. Jack finds the final piece, coordinates to humanity's greatest secret, hidden beyond the galactic rim. Meanwhile, Rex leads a series of prison breaks that free thousands of humans. Each liberation reveals more humans with awakened memories of being generals, admirals, and elite soldiers. They begin establishing military bases and training camps, preparing for something larger. The alien coalition that once feared humanity realizes their worst nightmare is coming true. The humans aren't just rebelling. They're remembering how to be apex predators in a galaxy they once ruled absolutely. The part ends with the first coordinated human assault on an alien military base, executed with precision that shocks the galaxy. Human rebellion spreads like wildfire across the galaxy. World after world falls to coordinated human uprisings. The awakened humans demonstrate tactical brilliance and technological aptitude that surpasses their former alien masters within weeks. Admiral Kate, who spent decades scrubbing floors on a Vorthan dreadnought, seizes control of the massive ship. Her crew of former human slaves operates the vessel better than its original designers ever could. They begin hunting alien fleets with devastating efficiency, turning captured ships against their former owners. The secret coordinates lead Jack to humanity's greatest achievement, the Nexus shipyards, hidden in dark space beyond the galaxy's edge. Massive automated facilities have been building and improving human technology for 500 years. Thousands of advanced warships wait in the darkness, along with weapons that could reshape reality itself. Dr. Lisa's research teams make breakthrough after breakthrough. They develop new technologies that make alien weapons obsolete overnight. Personal shields that reflect any energy, ships that phase through solid matter, and communication systems that work instantly across any distance. The alien races attempt to unite against the human resurgence, but old conflicts tear apart their alliance. Some species try to surrender and beg for mercy, remembering how humans had treated loyal subjects in the past. Others prepare for total war, knowing that humanity's return means the end of their brief moment as galactic powers. Rex's liberated humans begin establishing training worlds where former slaves learn to be soldiers again. The genetic memories provide the knowledge, but they need practice to become the warriors their ancestors were. These training grounds become recruitment centers for a growing human armada. The most terrifying realization spreads among the alien races. Humanity's voluntary exile had been an act of mercy. The humans who chose amnesia and slavery were the same species that had once casually exterminated entire civilizations that opposed them. If they had been capable of such mercy, what would they do now that mercy had been repaid with centuries of oppression? The part ends with the first of the hidden human fleets emerging from dark space, their weapons charged and their crews ready for war. The galaxy trembles as humanity prepares to reclaim what was once theirs. The full human armada emerges from the hidden shipyards, a fleet that dwarfs anything the galaxy has seen in 5 centuries. Every ship is crewed by humans whose genetic memories have unlocked capabilities that seem almost supernatural to their enemies. Final battle takes place at the galactic capital world of Terminus, where the alien coalition makes their last stand. Human strategy proves overwhelmingly superior as they coordinate attacks across multiple star systems simultaneously, displaying the tactical genius that once conquered the galaxy. Captain Mike leads the assault on the orbital defenses while Admiral Kate's forces engage the main alien fleet. Dr. Lisa's new technologies prove decisive. Human ships phase through enemy shields, Weapons ignore all known defenses, and their communication systems allow perfect coordination across light years. But the true shock comes when the humans demonstrate restraint. Instead of destroying their enemies completely, they offer terms. The same mercy that led to humanity's voluntary exile now guides their return to power. They establish a new order based on the lessons learned during their centuries of suffering. The alien races are offered a choice: accept human leadership and benefit from human protection and technology, or face exile to the galaxy's outer rim. Most choose integration, recognizing that human rule, while absolute, had historically been more stable and prosperous than the chaos of the past 5 centuries. Rex becomes the new military governor, establishing defense forces that ensure no species will ever again face the oppression humans endured. Jack is appointed as the keeper of memory, tasked with preserving the lessons of humanity's dark period to prevent future tyranny. Dr. Lisa leads the new Technological Council, sharing human innovations with allied species while ensuring that the most dangerous weapons remain under human control. The galaxy enters a new golden age under restored human leadership. The story concludes with a ceremony on Earth, where representatives from every species acknowledge humanity's return to its rightful place as the galaxy's guiding civilization. The humans have learned from their past mistakes. They rule not as conquerors, but as the wise elders they were always meant to be. The final lines reveal that the entire cycle was planned by the original human leaders centuries ago. They knew that their species needed to learn humility and compassion before they could truly deserve to rule the stars. The awakening was not just the return of memories, but the completion of humanity's greatest evolution. From galactic tyrants to benevolent guardians of all civilization, the galaxy is once again under human protection. But this time, that protection comes with wisdom earned through suffering, and tempered by mercy learned in exile. Asterisk.